Hello, welcome back to my channel and to another December daily process video. Before we get into today's actual process, I'm gonna catch up on some of the advent calendars. I have been grouping days together, so I haven't been opening it, and sometimes I open it off camera just so I know what's going on. And I did want to try and open it before I actually planned out what size photos I wanted so that I could try and incorporate these if I wanted to, but it has not been happening. So here is day 10. It's a full sheet of stickers. I will go ahead and say we've opened 10 days so far. This is 100% worth the money. What I would probably do next year though is open them all up before I started. Just that is, if they do the same thing next year, that's what I will do. It's fun to open them every day, but I have other advent calendars for that, and I would rather have all of the options for all of the days. So that was day 10. Here's day 11. Oh my God, this is the cutest thing. How perfect is this? So day 11, the story is gonna be my dance auditions. I don't know if you're supposed to, like, it's sticky on the back, but then I don't know how these work because some of them are falling off, but oh my gosh, this is so perfect for audition day. And then day 12 is yesterday. So those are the 3 days I have photos printed of right now that I am, depending on the time, gonna work on all of them right now. And then day 12, oh, these are so cute. See, I wish I would have had this before, because I feel like some of these I would have used already. So yeah, I'm tempted to go ahead and open up all the advent calendars right now, but for this year I will stick with the original plan. So I went and got all my photos printed for, this is for audition day, this is for yesterday, and this was for Friday. My story for day 10 was about a relaxing evening that Sam and I had and some delicious sushi. So I pick out a card that says this meal, and then I use some of the advent calendar stickers in the same, it's not exactly the same green, but it's close enough. And I use one and put it at the bottom of the picture of Charlie, and then I use a different one, again, the same green, and put it at the top of the picture of the sushi. And my plan was to write on that lined black, the back of the other card, the one with black lines. And I realized that if I used the this meal card, I had 2 places to write a story, and I didn't need 2 places. So I decided to kind of look through my cards again and pick out one that doesn't have a place to write, that says it's a jolly holiday with you. And then I grabbed those puffy heart stickers I used a few days ago and used the green ones, put one with Charlie and one with the sushi. And then I get to journaling on the back of that card from yesterday, which I love that I'm able to do that and just like journal on the back and not have to get a whole new card. So I talked about how Sam and I ordered sushi from our favorite place. We always get the same thing when we order from this sushi restaurant, and that we just sat on the couch and ate our sushi, talked about our weeks and how our weeks went, and then also talked about our plans for the upcoming weekend. I had another extra line at the bottom and I wasn't sure what to write, so I backed away, looked at the pictures again, and decided to write a sentence about Charlie and her side eye. That's really clear in that picture of her. She's still so cute though. And then I go ahead and contemplate adding something into that bottom corner and decide not to. Day 11 is all about auditions. So I knew I was going to use the star from the advent calendar, and I also knew I was going to incorporate my number somewhere, and it was just absolutely perfect that I could cut my number into a 3x4 and it would fit right into a pocket. It was 4 inches tall, and so I just cut it and you could still see the whole number. I'm glad I got there early and got a 2-digit number. So now I am playing with my embellishments. I knew I wanted to use these gold stars because it just looks good with that other star. And like I talked about in the last December daily, things look better in 3s. And so I obviously put one on the journal card I'm going to use and then on my number, but then I cannot really figure out how to get it on with the other star. I also can't figure out how I want to put the number on the day. I decide I really like these white and gold star numbers from Elle Studio. It really just goes with the other stars and the gold. I can't decide though whether I want to put it in the corner of the photo or whether I want to put it in the middle of the plastic star. And then if I do put it in the middle, how do I incorporate the another gold star? Or if I put it out of it, where do I put the gold star? I decided to go ahead and put it on the middle. So I actually am sticking the number directly onto the star, and then I go ahead and put the star down. And then I also decide that I'm not actually going to put a gold star on the photo anywhere else, that I'm just going to have the quote unquote 3 stars that are part of the story for the, design aspect is going to be the 2 little stars and the 1 big star. So then I get to journaling and I just kind of do a quick sequence of the day. So I write, hanging out with my friend in line, choreographer showcase, going to lunch with a friend, and then hip hop auditions, and then going to get drinks with 2 of my friends afterwards. Just a really simple documentation of audition day. For day 12, I decided to focus on gratitude. I just took this picture of when I was watching Gilmore Girls in the living room. And so I pull out a quote and then a journal card that talks about gratitude. I don't like any of the 12s that are already put together. So I actually go digging for a separate one and a separate two. It just allows me to kind of stagger them a little bit. And I think it looks better on that picture. And I'd really like how that silver pops. And then I also wanted to pull in some silver in the embellishments as well to kind of tie with the silver numbers. So I grabbed these silver stars that are from One Little Word, and I stick one down on the journal card, but then I decide to go ahead and journal, and I just list out things that I'm thankful for that happened that day. So sleeping in, talking to my mom on the phone, tidying up the apartment, having the apartment be tidy, having the Patreon call, ordering in dinner, the Cowboys one, and then watching Gilmore Girls, which goes with the picture. So then I decide to move that heart because you'll see the space that the heart belongs on that journal card. I glue down the numbers to then figure out where I think the heart ends up on that photo. And I debate for a second actually putting a black heart on that photo, but then decide, no, I do actually want to put a silver heart on all three things. So I put it right above the numbers. I add a silver heart to the gratitude journaling card, and then I add a silver heart to the bottom of the quote page. Another really, really simple day in my project. Okay, day 13, I finally got back on my Peloton bike for the first time in a long time. So I took these two self-timer photos of me working out, one on the bike and one off. I start by opening up the advent calendars for 13 and 14. 13 was this cute quote that I will use someday, but not this day. And then you'll see how I use 14 tomorrow. So I grab this on this day card. The color kind of goes with the Peloton stickers. And now I'm looking for a patterned paper to put in that other corner to have the Peloton stickers go on top of. And they all have a white outline, so that maroon patterned paper works really well. So I cut that down into 3x4 so that it'll fit in that other pocket. And then it's time for me to decide which stickers I'm going to use from that Peloton sticker sheet. And I can't make up my mind for the longest time. I really like this one that says Peloton in a bunch of colors, but I couldn't really figure out how to make it work so that it looked good. So I ended up using the big Peloton logo and then the Ride, Sweat, Love sticker on the patterned paper. And so then I stick a sticker on that bike photo, but I end up taking it off because I can't figure out how I want to rearrange things. I don't like having the stickers next to each other, but I also originally don't like the photos next to each other. But then I decide to try something different, and I put this heart photo across both of the photos and then cut down the middle. And so there's going to be a little bit of a gap in the heart, but I still think that it looks really cool. And so I end up putting the photos next to each other and putting another little sticker on the journaling card. And I dig through the numbers for a while, trying to decide if I'm going to put numbers in another place on this layout, but I end up deciding that just writing 1213 on the journaling card is enough to document that it's day 13. So then I just write a little quick blip about that it was my first day back on the Peloton and it felt really great. And then in the space at the bottom, I wrote the Peloton catchphrase, since I didn't use that sticker, which is "Together we go far." And it was fun just to kind of add that little decorative element. And then I just stick everything into the pockets. And I really, really love how having that heart split up ended up looking on this page. 14 is all about our wedding invite. So I've got a copy of our wedding invite here and a couple photos I took of the invites, as well as this self-timer photo I took of me and Sam. I originally thought I was going to put it on the back of the invite, and then I decided actually to put it in the pockets, but I'm going to obviously cut it into two different pieces. So the advent calendar for day 14 were these cute little stickers that actually look like stamps, which is just the most perfect sticker for this story. So I actually use it for both the number, and then I also put little ones over the stacks, and I'm going to mark which one of us has the bigger stack. So I cut the photo down the middle. It feels a little weird kind of to cut this picture of me and Sam in half when we're doing our wedding invitations, but it's okay. And then I use the maroon puppy heart stickers because they really match the journaling card that says less is more. So I put one on each photo, and then I put the number on that photo of us as well, marking the stacks. And then I just get to journaling about how I cannot believe we are finally putting together our wedding invitations. And it was really fun for us to kind of sit there and do it together and kind of talk about the wedding, and just excited that we are getting so close. I also mentioned that I love the simplicity of the design that we chose. That's why I felt like this less is more journal card was perfect, because the design of our wedding invites is very simple. It's not one of the places we really wanted to splurge on when it came to our wedding. So now I'm sticking everything in the pockets. I struggle a lot to get the things in this pockets. I have to end up cutting down this photo, but it reminded me that one of the things I used to do was use adhesive and stick these photos together when they were like 2 stories back to back. And I haven't done that at all this year. I don't know if I'm going to go back and do it. It does help things not slide around. But anyways, I end up punching all the holes in the wedding invites, and then not on camera, I do end up adding a puffy heart to the invite as well. And that is it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and every day here during Vlogmas, focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching.